Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Forest Navel for the final time. Unless something goes terribly wrong here, this is going to be the last episode in the Forest Navel, because we've only got one more treasure to get. It's got a bit of a boss to it, and this boss can be a huge bastard if you don't know what you're doing. And I fortunately do know what I'm doing. But I'm taking quite an unusual approach, because I'm taking out 50 yellow Pikmin. And that seems really weird, and indeed it is. We never normally use yellow Pikmin on this kind of scale before. Are they all yellows? Flowers even? Good lord. That's quite cool, don't you think? Anyway, I've fortunately got everything I needed to deal with explosive-wise already taken out, so if you haven't taken out this gate, that gate, and the next gate, you're going to have a bit of a rough time. I think there's going to be some sheer wigs around here somewhere. So I'm going to take these guys out. We all lose a couple of yellows here, but it's not traumatic, hopefully. God, it feels like Pikmin really get, like, caught up fighting them, and it's really irritating. Like, it feels like they just so often, it's like, you do not get the benefits from swarming them with as many Pikmin as it feels like you really should. Like, they just suck up Pikmin numbers, it's irritating. Right. Let's take on this final one, and then we're good to go. Don't take anything back for now, you fools. No, you fools! Stop. Right. 39. That should be sufficient for this. Don't take too many Pikmin into this. You'll really do yourself a disservice if you do. I would say take somewhere between... Oh, fire! Take somewhere around 20 in a batch. Leave the others here. Come out for them if you need them. This boss will really do you in if you've got huge armies of Pikmin. Introducing! Come. There we go! Beady Longlegs. One of the, I think the only boss in the game that has his own music. To fight him, he's pretty straightforward. He stomps around the place, and you just gotta chuck Pikmin up onto his kind of body there. He'll shake and kind of get rid of them. But then, you just put him back on. You have to, like, after a bit of stomping, he will crouch himself down quite close to the ground, and then it's your chance to throw him on, unless you're using yellow Pikmin, which you can just throw on straight away. But as I said, having a lot of Pikmin on here is just a huge problem, because he does stomp around a lot, and you will potentially lose huge numbers of Pikmin here. Start with a batch of 15 to 25 yellows. See how you do with them. As I said, we've done like half the damage to them already, and we would have lost loads of Pikmin if we brought more in. See how you're doing. When you need to, pop out and grab some more if it's necessary. If it's not, don't. Use small numbers, play it safely. I think, as well, I would like to say the design of Beady Longlegs is really cool. And it's a fantastic name. You only really start getting this in the second game when they actually start giving you, like, the Latin names and stuff. Oh, no. Oh. Like, they give you, like, the Latin names of some of the species, and his is Pseudo-Arachnia, which means false spider, and indeed they're called the Arachnorb family, which is also a brilliant name. Right. Just going to launch him off there, but... Oh! That felt bad. Did no one die there? Cool, because that really looked like a lot of people died. Don't call them people. That makes me feel so much worse for what I'm doing. So yeah, we are going to lose some yellows here, but yellows are extremely useless otherwise. This is probably one of the only times in the game they're particularly useful. And there he goes. So he explodes in style. And as I say, he's probably... Oh, there we go. The guard satellite would be landing straight on me head. Deep space be filled with dangers. This automated satellite does its part to guard both me and me spaceship. I'll sleep better at night once this little satellite be back on duty. And his entire body dissolves, so you don't really see anything of him there. I'm not going to take this back with yellows, because they'll be quite slow on it, and there's fire. Hopefully, these things will all make it through the fire. Nope. That was going to happen, wasn't it? I guess I'll just babysit it all through the fire. Fire! There we go. I'll get at least these things... Oh, balls. This should be enough to, like, these various shearwig corpses and... pellets here should at least be enough to recoup my yellow numbers, and then I'll come back with reds to get the guard satellite. And then we end up in one of those strange things where we've got to the end of well, we'll get to the end of all the treasures in here and have nothing to do, so it's just gonna be building up. Well, I'm going to focus on not just building up an army, but specifically building up Pikmin numbers and trying to get as many flowers as possible. So I like the idea of, like, having the first, well, I mean, the ideal conditions would be the first, like, 50 of each onion being fully flowered up would be really nice, because more flowers is better. My brain's run out again. And we'll see you all next time. So this is the final episode of this recording session. I started this one on day 8. So this will tell you, this will test my theory of whether it's fully saving and quitting that causes enemies to respawn, because I intend to do that after this day. I'm going to try and find over here. Oh, you bastards can fuck all off, will you? Oh, did I actually? Oh, I did pluck all the remainders of those Pikmin. Wonderful, and there aren't any more hanging around elsewhere. Ah, so there's quite a few fiery blowhogs. They've all come back to life here. So definitely it's not... I think it is just, like, if it's after it's been a couple of days is probably when enemies do come back. But let's say, if anyone knows for sure in the comments, let me know. Right, yellow numbers are not looking half bad. So I took out 50. I got 27 there, and then these will pretty much have topped those numbers back up to good. So I think, honestly, reds will be nice. Coming to me a lot of tomorrow. I'll be doing a lot of combat in the distant spring, because I've got a lot of bull bears and stuff to take out. So I think reds are going to be my focus for this building, is trying to get as many flower reds as possible, because I'm sure I'm going to lose some. Blues will be nice as well, but not strictly super necessary. Ah, the guards Adelaide, much like the analog computer, like you can see it floating around the outside of the ship. This has protected me from space pirates many, many times. Yeah, it did protect you from a fucking asteroid hitting your ship that did it. Right. So, let's gather the rest of these up. Am I going to bother flowering these? No, because I only really use like 10, 15 at a time, and I know I've got at least 27. Flowered and ready to roll. Oh, fuck it, I should probably flower them. Let's see if I can find one of those honey wisps floating around. There we go, there's one. Right when I asked for it. Perfect. These are nice and easy to hit with yellows as well. There we go. Right, if you guys can at least drink some of that down, that should be enough. And we're not even at halfway day yet. Wait, what? Brain. Not nearly halfway through the day yet. Let's put all those guys back. And then, yes, the rest of the day we'll spend, at least for now, on... We'll get some good red numbers up, and then we'll do some blues after that. So... Oh, I hear shear grubs coming up somewhere. Oh, they're all down there. We'll start with them, why not? Ow! That's why not, because they're irritating, and I forget how much I hate them. Don't know how I do, but I do, apparently, forget how much I hate them. Right, I'll leave all the gubs here for future usage. I think I'll probably have the blues take all this back. Ugh, they're just so annoying. Come the fuck down. Fight me like a normal insect. Are they insects? Yeah, they are definitely insects. You should have got the idea of the scale of Olimar as well by now. Olimar is tiny. Officially, Olimar is about the size of a 20 pence piece, which will not help my American viewers. Is that a quarter? I don't know. Roughly, probably is. Holy shit, I feel like there's a lot more blowhogs here than there normally are. Well, at least we know how to fight blowhogs, don't we? We just basically leave the bastards on them, and it's quite easy. These have a Latin name that's great as well, but I can't remember what it is. Certainly, it's little things like that. So, like, the Pikmin 2 has the Piclopedia, the, like... goes through the enemies and like lets you look at their behavior and like talks about their ecology and stuff, and it's just, in so many ways, like Pikmin is a really cool game and a really cool concept, but it feels like it's just not fleshed out properly until you get to Pikmin 2, which really feels like it's a very complete game. A lot harder though, I will say. It's a lot longer of a game, because alongside not having a time limit, there's also just a lot of additional stuff in it. Oh god, there's actually 5 of them wandering around. I swear it wasn't like that before. But yeah, it's like when it comes to like bosses and stuff like that, you have a lot of ways in which the game can fuck you without being able to like regenerate Pikmin, so it can just be, it's just a much more difficult game, I'd say. But it's equally fun, like it develops this really well. As you can see, mincing through fiery blowhogs is really simple with red Pikmin. You pretty much just put them on them and wait. Oh no, you don't! I'm gonna completely actually leave him alone. Fuck, it's not worth the effort. And I'm gonna try and reflower these guys a little bit once the blowhogs are dead. But I just want to get the fuck away from that Wally Hop, because I've not got enough Pikmin to like stun lock it, and if you can't do that, you're just gonna have a real rough time with Wally Hops. Right, one more round should do it. That's the thing, like, it's nice when the Pikmin kind of naturally phase themselves, so that while some are running towards it, some are attacking it. It does help take them down nice and quickly. Oh, the Wally Hop is still there. Oh, good. Oh, can you fuck off, matey? Well, if we lure it so much this way, it should eventually fuck off back. Like, because they freak out when they're a bit too far away from the water. So let's put these guys on there, and hopefully, well, maybe I can distract him. Yeah, he's fucking off back into the water now. Or is he? What the? He's pushing the. Oh, get away from that blowhog! You're gonna drown, lads. He's not worth the effort. Yeah, fuck it. We'll leave him for now. Right, let's flower these guys back up, and then try and recover as many of these corpses as we can. Not a single drop of nectar. Come now, game. There we go. You got to find a little bit, but that's something at least. Right, how many takes these? Is it 7? Yeah, I think it is. There we go. 5. 7. Hopefully I can get these all up in one. One maneuver. As in with one, like, batch of Pikmin. Oh, and there's another one over there. I swear, like, when I was... Maybe it's... it might have been because last time when I was here, there was some from another day that I'd already taken out. Because I swear when I was taking these out, when I came down to do Libra and stuff, there was like 3 blowhogs to take out, whereas now there's like 6. Or more, at least. Right, while they're bringing stuff back, I'm going to get some blues brought down and hoover up the remainder of those, like, shearwig corpses and stuff with them. 20 should be enough for that, shouldn't it? Yeah. And then there's various sources of nectar around this kind of upper plateau, so hopefully I can, like, flower up some of the new ones with that. Oh, hopefully I can get some of these, actually, as well, while we're here, because these came out of blowhogs. Oh, that blowhog's gonna breathe fire on them. Okay, no, he's not. That was a lie. He could have done. And he did, but he missed, which was fortunate. But, right, let's grab these. I do love that little jingle. And you may notice the speed of it is to do with how far away I'm pointing. If I'm pushing quite hard in one direction, it's like... Whereas if I'm slower... It's a nice little touch. Oh, I really like seeing this. This is when Pikmin is at its finest Ant Simulator mode, where it's just there's little dudes running everywhere doing shit. And if we look at the map, it's a hive is what it is. It's lovely. Right, I think we've harvested all the corpses I want to for now. Oh, look at all those blowhogs going in. This is nice. This is real nice. Ah. Holy crap. Was that just from a blowhog? Did they spit out that many? If so, that's bloody impressive, I must say. Right, we'll wait till all of these have come in and then we'll just pluck the remainders and start. Actually, yeah, pluck the remainders because we've got 100 on the field. That's going to make flowering them up a little bit more annoying because I'll have to take a lot of people out in order to get leaves. Ah, well, doable. Right, speeder on, please, while I pluck. Oi, that was an interesting camera shift. Right, with these guys... I want to try and hopefully get some nectar here for him. There we go, good. And I want to avoid charging him off the cliff as I very nearly did there. Right, if we can leave that one there, that would be nice. Excellent. We can hopefully use that to flower up a few more blues, which will be real good. So, I've got a decent number of flowered yellows, that's nice. Let's pluck all these things, and if we can flower up these, this will be, what, 10, 15, something like that? Maybe more, maybe less, who knows. Yeah, it's 10. No, it's not, it's 9, but that'll still do. And we're getting towards sundown. We ain't gonna have time to do much more work, really, so let's just get these guys onto... What the? Oh, well, that was an incredibly inefficient use of that nectar. I flowered like... Well, actually, I flowered most of them, and fuck it, it's basically the end of the day. I can fit through there, Pikmin can't, which would be a bit of a problem. Right. We ain't got anyone else left planted here. We've made up some decent numbers. I think we're ready to say goodbye to the Forest Navel. So that leaves only 2 days, I suspect, left in the distant spring. Actually, I'm quite pleased. That's going to be my first time. So far, I've managed to alternate a level every time. This is going to be my first time needing to go to the same area twice. Will be the next 2 days, I think, will be needed to clean up the distant spring. 14 days since impact. If I can just find 5 more parts, the dolphin will be fully rebuilt. But my time has grown short, so you've got 15 days left. I managed 25 parts in 14 days, so you do the maths here. I must not flag in my search. Even if I cannot recover every piece, I will not give up. Surely some of these parts aren't absolutely necessary. I can almost see me smiling, family. Yeah, as you get towards the later parts of the game, it really pushes this fact that, like, a lot of parts aren't necessary. Because we've got 4 of the unnecessary parts out of the way, haven't we? We've got the massage machine, the Nova Blaster, the pilot seat, and the space float. I can't remember what the other one is. I'll put it on screen if we've got it. If we haven't got it yet, we haven't got it yet. So there you have it. So I know what it is. Of course we haven't got it. Yes, so 2 more days of... Oh, look at those numbers. That's real good. Yeah, so we lost some yellows to Beady. I do like Beady Longlegs. It's a fun little boss. Yeah, but very easy to do if you've cleared the way open to him already. That's why it's worth, like, every day when I go to the Forest Navel, like, taking out some things with explosives, because it makes this day far easier and then gives you actually some time to rest. So we lost some yellows to Beady, but we made him back up again, and we made some good progress with yellows and blues, and got, like, a decent number of flowers of each one. So that's really nice. I say, next episode, we'll be going back, well, we'll try and recover that bowsprit that's just out in the open somewhere in the distant spring, clear out some of those bulbs in that kind of nasty area, and just work on getting those final few parts from there. Thank you very much, and good day.